Hey guys, so this is the third video I'm posting, but I've got to be obedient. I have to. Um, so I had a dream, and I was on the shore of a sea, and it was the calmest waters I have ever seen in my entire life. It there wasn't a ripple, there wasn't a wave, there was not. It was completely still. The water was completely still. So, it was like people were scattered out onto the shore, and they were like bending down picking stuff up. And I saw my mom. I remember that she was in it, but we weren't together, and she was like over somewhere else, looking down in the sand. But it was like a rocky beach. It like wasn't a normal beach. It was like almost. It was just like rocky and like just not a really like a really nice sandy beach. It was rocky. So everybody's looking down, so I look right in front of me, and there's like this piece of stone. Like I would think of it as like I would think of it as like a paver, or like maybe the old ancient tablet, but or like a stone maybe they would build walls with, like way back then. But I just remember looking down at this piece of stone, and it had ancient writing on it. And so I picked it up. I looked at it for a second, and it was just this piece of like broken up tablet. I feel like it's just like tablet, like the old ancient tablets. So, but it was just a teeny piece, like not even a teeny piece. It was like let's see, like about the size of my hand, but maybe a little bigger. So maybe the size of my head. I don't know. Anyhow, I picked it up and I put it down, and then I turned around, and it had ancient writing on it. And I don't use the word ancient, but that's the only way that I could describe it. That's the only thing I knew in my dream. I was like, that's ancient. I was thinking like, that's ancient writing. So then I threw it down, and I turned around and looked behind me to the left, and it was like this it was like a land going into the water, or like like a hill going into the water, like kind of thing. And I saw the scariest looking storm cloud, and it was like green and lightning, just really scary looking, super scary looking. And didn't make sense because the water was so still. I was like, what? The water is so still, and this vicious looking storm cloud was just like, right above the water. So I'm like, it's kind of weird. So as I'm thinking that in my dream, I start looking out to the sea, and as I look, I then realize that we're like almost in like a canal, like per se. And as I look out, it's like that whole canal, or the whole sea was surrounded by these storm clouds, like these really vicious storm clouds, like killer storm clouds. I've never seen any storm clouds like it in real life or on movies ever. So it was like it was closing it in. It was like these storm clouds were closing in this canal, or like this, where we were, this sea area. Anyhow, so I woke up, and I was like, man, that was weird. And it was so real. It was so real. It was as real as it gets. So I woke up, and I'm like, Galilee, right? Long story short, I had this feeling, and I don't know, I had this feeling in me that it was the Sea of Galilee. And I love Jesus, okay? But I did not know that the Sea of Galilee was the sea that Jesus walked on, and that Peter hopped out there, and and all that. Like, I did not know that that was the sea. So just about a week ago, I don't know, I decided to finally look it up. I'd been meaning to, and I never did. So anyway, so I Google Sea of Galilee. The first picture that pops up is exactly where it was. It was like it was insane. It was the exact scenery It was right where I saw the storm cloud right above on that land, like, tilt or something. So then I'm like, oh my God, it's like, this is crazy. Lord, you took me to the Sea of Galilee. Like, awesome. I was super excited. So then I Googled ancient artifacts found on the shore of the Sea of Galilee. And the first picture that popped up was the exact same piece of stone tablet with the ancient writing on it that I was holding in my hand in the dream. I was floored. Okay, so I screenshot. I'm like, oh my God, I'm telling everybody. And I had told my mom because I had shared that dream with her. I share all my dreams with my poor mom. But so she was like, well, did you look at what it said on the tablet, or like, did you look at what it meant? And I was like, no. So I went back to Google it, couldn't find the picture, and I found another stone that looked similar, and it said it was the zeal or seal of Jerusalem, and something about the Bible. I'm not sure. You can do your research if you like, but I just thought it was a really awesome dream, and the interpretation that I felt like, that I immediately felt when I woke up, I was like, the calm before the storm, because the waters were so still. But then my mom said something to me yesterday or the day before, and she was like, maybe it's safety in the storm. Like, safety in the midst of the storm, because I was thinking, like, man, that's weird that those vicious storm clouds are all surrounding us, like closing us in, and there's not a single ripple, not a tide, nothing in the sea. It was the most peaceful waters, and it was almost eerie because of how still it was. But anyway, I had to share it. I'm just being obedient. I don't know really, I haven't gotten confirmation on what it means, so if you have any suggestions or your interpretations, or if you've had the same dream, please, pretty please share it, comment, whatever. I love you guys. God bless you. I plead the blood of Jesus over every person watching this video, and I just love you guys, and I pray that we're ready. Keep forgiveness in our hearts. We got to keep forgiveness in our hearts and not judge. We have got to love. We have got to pour out the love of God in this final hour. It's got to happen. Love lifted me. What about you?